welcome everybody to TJ Ribs right here on Acadian I-10. It's the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I'm Chris Powers, and we are right here live at TJ Ribs doing something that's nice. We're doing the Overtime Show. We're also got the recruiting bash for football here today, Coach.
Yeah, big night tonight. Look at this crowd. Give yourselves a hand.
Unbelievable. The Jaguar Nation shows up big time. Always, everybody looks for when we're on the road. They know that the Jaguars are going to bring that big crowd.
Tickets go up $5 and $10 on the road.
That's right. Parking goes up at Alcorn. We all know that. Yeah. And so we've got a lot of stuff to do here at this show here tonight. We've never looked better, too. We got the cheerleaders, Southern University cheerleaders, right next to us.
They keep us going. They keep the excitement in the house.
We'll never look better than this, Coach.
They did a great job. I want to give a shout-out to y'all. Y'all did a great job for our home game with the cheerleader clinic and the performance y'all put on the halftime. Great job.
Yep.
Word up to y'all. Good job.
And they taught me how to do flips on the hardwood floor. I'm going to do that for the next basketball game.
Flips or rolls?
Probably rolls.
Okay, all right.
Oh, and that'll be, by the way, February the 11th, the next home game for Southern University basketball, men and women, as we're going to take on that school, Prairie View A&M.
Yeah, it's going to
be
church night. Going to be a big night, church night, and we're looking forward to invite all groups out. I'm sure Marley going to come up and expound on that a little later, but we're looking to pack the house. We have had great crowds at our home game. The stadium's been, the mini dome has been packed, and so we're excited about our teams, and they're doing a good job.
No question about that. All right, let's talk about that. Women's basketball, there's a fight for second place, a 5-way tie for second place, so that's going big.
Yeah.
And men's basketball, 8-1. First place, give it up for the Jaguar basketball team.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
You know, they get ready to go. Both teams get ready to go on the road this weekend, and it's closing out the first round, so this road contest for us will be huge. I mean, obviously, you go on the road, you want to get a split.
Right.
But if we can get both of them, that's going to separate the pack a little bit, and we'll be excited about that, bringing that first place feeling back home.
Right. And I invite all of you to the SWAC tournament in Birmingham, Alabama. I think men and women both are going to be so competitive. It's not going to be funny. I think anybody can beat anybody.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the ladies in second place, and they played Jackson State Saturday. I mean, they played Jackson on Monday in a close game for first place. Jackson has a really good team, and we came close. And you know, we're excited about playing them again. We usually traditionally play them well, and so I look forward to meeting them again in Birmingham in the SWAC tournament.
How about softball? Can you believe this? Softball opens up in 9 days, February 10th, and we expect a very good job here for Coach who's in her second season.
Yeah, Coach Brittany Williams coaches. She in the house. She does a great job for us. We hired her last year, and she's really got the ladies playing well. I don't know if she's in the house or not tonight, but I encourage everyone to come out and take part of our softball contest. It's really exciting for us. We have done a lot of field work to the facilities, and it's very exciting to be out there and see those young ladies play. You'll get hooked on it if you go out there one time.
Oh, yeah, and especially their chants. I love their chants and all that stuff. How about baseball? Just a smidgen away from being the SWAC tournament champions for the third year in a row and going to the NCAA tournament last year. We expect we have three ranked teams we play this year.
Yeah, and I spoke with Coach Crenshaw about what the expectations of the season, right? And we playing those type of teams because we think that we can compete. And obviously, since he's been the coach there over the last 3 years, we have had great runs, right? Had a chance to win a championship again last season, have always won our side. And so we still expect the same expectations of being right there in the mix. And so once again, on a Wednesday night, it could be a long night, but it's an enjoyable night, and we have a great fan base at Southern University. For a historical black college, we have the best baseball fan base in the country, and that's worthwhile.
Voted the number one concession stand. Six-man club handling that with those wings.
Well, we have great food in Louisiana, right? And so some people saying they coming back to the basketball game to get the hot sausage po' boy.
That's it.
And then some people coming to the baseball game to get the wings and fries. So
that's right.
Come on out. Anywhere you come on out and get it, and come on and support the teams.
All right, y'all ready to hear the 2023 football schedule?
Nah, they not ready.
Unbelievable. Here we go. And this one's going to be a big one. A.W. Mumford Stadium. Y'all hollered for more home games, good quality home games. Here we go. 6 home games this year, 5 road games. And one of those 5, of course, includes the Bayou Classic. The 50th Bayou Classic, by the way, which Southern University will be the away team for that. Grambling will be the home team. But, Coach, we got some big games coming to A.W. Mumford Stadium.
Yeah, we do. Everybody's been calling and asking questions about this schedule. And we work very hard on this schedule. One of the things I committed to when becoming the athletic director here is bringing quality contests home. And scheduling is not as easy as everyone thinks, right? No. Since we added the 2 Florida schools in our conference, it has really thrown off the schedule a little bit, and you have to find games late, which really in a good world you want to be able to schedule the first 3 games in week 1, week 2, week 3, and your conference games come after that. But we have to throw some in the mix late in the game, and so we think that we're bringing quality contests to our home stadium for our fans. And so the thing about it is that we talk about game guarantees are going to play some teams, the bigger schools, right? And so if we're able to come out and support these home games, then it give me a chance to look at the budget and say, hey, we can do these 5 or 6 home contests every year.
Right.
But when we don't matriculate the dollars to where they need to be, attendance is not good, then it calls for us to go out and play home contests. Sometimes you end up going back to 4 home games and sometimes 3 in the worst scenarios for some schools. So I'm excited about getting to the 6th contest. I thought we did well supporting the team last year. It gives another added contest to support the team, and I think our schedule is fire. So I'm excited about announcing the schedule to our fans, to Jaguar Nation.
You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, September the 2nd, we will be at Montgomery, Alabama to take on Alabama State. That's the 2nd time in a row we'll go to Alabama State. We played them in the COVID year. In the spring year, we opened up at Alabama State. We won that game, very close game. It was a good game. How about the Pete Richardson Classic? By the way, Coach Pete Richardson is in the house.
Coach Rich in the house.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer in the Black Collegiate College Football Hall of Fame. Coach Pete Richardson will open up the Pete Richardson Classic. How about against those Tigers of Jackson State? Yes, indeed. 2nd game at home. Alabama A&M and the Bulldogs will be in town September 16th. That ought to be a good game. And then, of course, we're going to go to UAPB the very next week on Saturday, September 30th. October 7th, always a good game, as the Rattlers of FAMU will be at A.W. Mumford Stadium on Saturday, October the 7th. Lincoln College comes on Saturday, October the 14th from California. Homecoming. So everybody gets ready for homecoming. It's a big – I've been at LSU's homecoming. I've been to Southern's homecoming. LSU is nothing compared to Southern University's homecoming. It's absolutely incredible. It's the best homecoming I've seen, Southeastern or any other college I've ever seen. They are the best. There's no doubt. How about Bethune-Cookman coming into we're going to be going to Bethune-Cookman in Florida. That's a great trip to Daytona. How about that, huh? That's going to be coming up on Saturday, October 21st. Texas Southern. We will not go to Arlington this year. Texas Southern comes to A.W. Mumford Stadium on October 28th. I know a lot of you were hot in that stadium last year at the old Rangers Park. And for the first time in a couple of years, we go to Alcorn State again. That's going to be a big game coming up on November the 4th. Always a good game between Southern and Alcorn State.
Yeah, we haven't been there in a couple of years since COVID in that situation, so we haven't been there in a while, so I'm sure they fans waiting on us, right? They don't like us very well for the fuss we put up with them sitting out that COVID year. So
No.
They waiting for us to come down there.
Coach Pete knows this. They would always have the grass a little higher to slow our team down. And for the fans, they're gonna charge. If it's $10 to park any other time, when Southern's coming to town, it's $120 to park.
Correct.
Oh my goodness! All right, then we play against Prairie View A&M. Always a good game against the Panthers on Saturday, November the 11th, A.W. Mumford Stadium. Then we play that team up north. What's that team's name? I can't remember.
I don't know that team up there. I don't care about that team up there. All I know about the Jaguars will be at the Bayou Classic.
That's right.
Jaguars will win the 50th Bayou Classic.
That will be hard to believe, the 50th Bayou Classic at the Superdome, number 50, and that's going to be incredible. By the way, too, I want to remind you guys, September the 9th, Jackson State, that's the same day that LSU plays Grambling at Tiger Stadium, so I would get your hotel rooms quick for that game.
Yeah, obviously hotels been calling the campus and trying to figure out where we're going to play that game at home or not. And so we had a chance to move that game a little bit and move it around, but obviously speaking with Coach Dooley and Jackson being able to play the game at home, this is a matchup outside the conference, right? And so it was going to go off the schedule. But we want to do our part to make sure. I think it's important to keep this rivalry game going. And so we were able to come to an agreement to play at home and home for the next 2 years before they come back on the schedule. So we went back and forth with this game, and we finally here just, I guess, less than 24 hours kind of signed the contract and make sure that we're going to play this game home and home.
Cannot wait for that. Cannot wait for that. We've got some talking to do when they come into AW.
Oh, no question
They
about
always
it.
talked over there for us 2 times last year. Even our band, they were taking shots at the band.
So I want to make sure we get all the good parking so we can park them
That's
over
right.
the hump just like they do us when we go up
That's right.
55, right?
That's
We parking
right.
around the corner by the hospital. They breaking in our
That's
cars
right.
and all that. So let's make sure we come on, pack it out, and we're going to send them right out there in Scotland, park somewhere out there, and walk on this campus.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, Marlon Hollinswood joins us right here as we got some big events coming to Southern University. We'll continue this. It's the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics from TJ Ribbs on Acadian at I-10. Back in a moment right here on Pelican
Let's go,
Sports
Jaguars.
TV.
Turn it up.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouget today.
Grab some moolah today from the lottery. Win up to $5,000. Triple your cash and play 77777. Top prize $7,777. Blast your way to winnings with Cherry Blast Slingo. Loaded with $30 prizes. Win up to $30,000. Play all 3 fun scratch-offs from the lottery, giving you a reason to smile.
All right, welcome back, everybody, here as we are inside TJ Ribbs on Acadian at I-10, and we're having a lot of fun here already. Great food here, as always. The big cat special here is always, too, and also the Shrimp-tastic for $19.99. Something, Marlon, you reminded me of. It's National Girls Women's Sports Day today, so
Yes,
give
it
that
is.
up big time because those ladies are always doing a great job. All right, Marlon is right here. We got a lot of stuff going on, Marlon, and first of all, we got to remind you, today started it, Black History Month. You got an essay contest coming up. Tell us about that.
Yes, we do. So last year we put intentionality to engaging fans starting at the elementary school level. So recruitment starts at an early age. We want to build the Jaguar Nation from infancy. So last year we put out an essay contest to not only talk about Black history figures who are notable, but influential people right here in Baton Rouge or your community. And you can also win a chance to come to the basketball game and be recognized at halftime on the court.
That's an awesome deal. I like that. It's due by Friday, February 24th, right?
Yes, Friday, February 24th, because that gives us enough time. If we get about 50 or so applicants like we did last year to read through those essays and pick a winner and announce it for halftime. And also, all submissions to that essay contest get free entry to that March 4th game.
Oh, cool deal. All right, also speaking of March 24th, it's Jagathon.
Yes.
Last year raised $100,000 in 2022. This year we want to raise $150,000.
Yes, sir. So Jagathon is an annual campaign. The Jaguar Nation knows everything about it. It's a virtual experience and an in-person experience. So we mix some traditional things with some newer things, from phone banking to live streaming and some in-person pieces, so you can meet the players, meet the coaches, and engage with them directly. Last year we surpassed a $100,000 goal set by Coach Banks. So this year I want to raise the bar a little bit, because if each person touched someone else, we can continue to build the Jaguar Nation development pipeline the way it
Wow.
should be.
No question. It'll be on the
Yes.
Cumulus Family Networks, Q106, Max 94.1, WXOK, and and also 103.3. So it'll be on all those channels. So definitely get an opportunity, and the Jag Vision.
Yes, it
It'll
is.
be on Jag Vision too.
Yes,
and
it will.
And the
Be on
Facebook,
Jaguar
by the
Sports
way.
Network.
You guys are doing such a great job with Facebook,
Thank
social
you.
media, period. It's unbelievable. April is Student Athletic Appreciation Month. Tell us about that.
Yes, it is. So again, we're approaching this year with intentionality. Every month we're supporting a noble cause. So we have February, which is Black History Month, and then March is our Jagathon, and then we move into the month of April. We're going to start that month off on April 2nd through the 6th with Student Athlete Appreciation Week, and then our annual JAGSPEAR Awards, which is our annual banquet, will be on April 20th at the end of that month.
Well, and then before you know it, May 12th will be graduation. It's been so long since I've graduated. I graduated with Jesus, I think, or Moses. One of them was in my class. But that's going to be May 12th. And great to see everybody graduate, not only that, student athletes, too. It's big.
So if you look at our numbers from graduation last year, we have about 400 athletes. We graduated 87. About a fourth of those were master's students. So that shows that we're matriculating students from the undergraduate campus to masters and allow them to be productive citizens in life.
Awesome deal. Then August 18th, the inaugural gala.
Yes.
Goal is $500,000. Tell us about that.
Yes, it is. So the gala, we've been looking at different ways to engage the Jaguar Nation. We know we have standard campaigns as the Jagathon. We know that we are increasing season ticket sales and the number of people involved in our social channels, but we wanted to look for a more formal way to engage the Jaguar Nation. So that gala goal, $500,000, $500,000 is the goal. But when we look at the amount of parts and people who play into the Jaguar Nation, from sponsorships to the selling of tables that are the gala tickets are going on sale tonight. Table sales are starting off at $1,000. Wow. That will increase once the entertainment is signed, and we're looking to bring on a B or A-lister to someone who haven't been to the market in a while. But again, all of the development events that we do are geared toward enhancing the student-athlete experience. So when we look at things like facility upgrades to the softball field, adding restrooms, when we look at the renovation of the volleyball locker rooms, when we look at the new court that we brought in this year, the $1.3 million track that was installed, all of those things come from development dollars and support from the Jaguar Nation. So setting a goal of $500,000 may frighten some, but to me, when I look at the number of alumni and the number of alumni athletes, I know we can accomplish that with
no question. And the better facilities you've got, the better student athletes you're going to be coming, from all over the nation. They'll come.
Yes.
This young lady told me she's from Chicago.
Yes.
Holy moly.
So that's a testament to the reach of the Jaguar Nation. When we look at, I like to tell people I wear many hats. Lead the development office, the marketing office, the community engagement office, and now in this new world of NIL, we're starting to build that out. But we look at the brand management, the brand promise, connecting to the Jaguar Nation through clubs like the S Club. That's an engagement opportunity for our former Jaguar athletes, the Lacumba Kids Club, which is an engagement opportunities for our Jaguars 2 to 11 to come to a free game, get those coloring sheets, start that recruitment platform earlier. But when we start to spell out things like building the cost of attendance that AD has been talking about, increasing the scholarship dollars, giving the more student holistic support to our athletes, they're universal across the board. We need those development dollars, but we need social media presence.
Right.
But ultimately, we need the whole Jaguar Nation to buy into what we're doing, which is producing athletes who are achieving and winning championships on and off the field.
Marlon, you do a great job, brother.
Thank you.
As always. Always does a great job. All right, when we come back, we're talking to Coach Eric Dooley from football. New offensive players coming to Southern University. Are there quarterbacks in there? We're going to find out when we come back. It's the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Here from TJ Ribbs on the K-10 I-10. Back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Thank you. And purchase those gala tickets.
You really hurt yourself. Did you know there's a health clinic right here on campus? Just for you and all Southern University employees? That's right. Care South Medical and Dental's SU Clinic is located in the nursing school building and is ready to give you the quality and compassionate care that Care South is known for. If you're at work and you're not feeling well, come see us. Care South cares.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
All right, welcome back. All right, welcome. Welcome back, everybody, right here to TJ Ribs on Acadian I-10. This is the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I'm Chris Powers. Coach Eric Dooley is in the house. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Man, I get the question out already. Every recruiting class, you can have 15 quarterbacks on the team. Do we have quarterback coming in? How many quarterbacks are coming in? You know, quarterbacks have just evolved into one of the best, I should say, one of the most important parts of the football team. Isn't that crazy?
Absolutely, but I think we was fortunate enough this year here to not go for and find some quarterbacks. So we feel real good about what we have coming in and very confident.
All right, we start off with number one, Jalen Howard. He is a wide receiver. Tell us about him.
Very, very familiar with Jalen Howard. Had the opportunity to work with him 2 years. Speed says it all. He's a fast guy, very experienced guy. So bringing a guy like that to the fold, I know he's coming from another one of our SWAC schools, but he knows the offense well. He played for me at another place that I care not to name, but feel real good about him.
No question about that. Also, offensive line. You can't get good quarterback protection. You can't get lanes open for your running backs if you don't have a good offensive line. It starts at offensive and defensive line. Offensive line, we got Cameron Foster coming in. Tell us about him.
Yeah, you know, we were able to go right up the street. We had a young man that actually just started recruiting. I'm going to give him a shout-out right now. Colin Givens did a great job bringing this guy. Got his first signee as a full-time coach. But Cameron Foster, very, very athletic. Played with McNeese State, transfer, a guy that I feel going to do some great things for us. Just excited about him. You can't get enough offensive linemen in this conference here. And when you get a chance, when you take a look at this last year, I think that was something that we needed. So I thought we went out and we addressed the need. When you talk about a Cameron Foster, guy that was a starter, had the opportunity to play against Southern University, but Coach Givens had the opportunity to communicate with this guy. He liked what we brought to the table, and now he's a Jaguar, and he's here in school right now working out, doing a great job.
All right, and then we got a quarterback, a 3-star quarterback coming in. Tell us about Dylan.
All right, we got a quarterback that played at Episcopal, but he actually transferred in from UAB, guy that I do know that I recruited when I was at another place, but did a great job. A young man that's going to come in and work hard. He's actually enrolled in school right now. The biggest thing is I thought last year some of the things that we did not accomplish, I'm going to always put it on myself, but we need some guys that can spin the football because we're going to throw the football. At the same token, we're probably the most balanced offense, but we got to give our defense a chance by putting the ball in the end zone, and I feel that the guys that we got bringing in right now, when you look at a Dylan, a guy with experience, a guy that understands the game and can throw the football, I think he's going to help our football team out tremendously.
Another big offensive lineman coming in, John Mitchell.
John Mitchell's excited about him, a guy that's out of Mississippi, played at the in the JUCO ranks, but another big guy. You're talking about 6'5", 275, basically, a guy that can run. I think we're going to get him stronger. When you got a guy like Coach Nivens that's going to coach him, that have coached guys that have gone on to the NFL and been successful, you got to be pleased to get a guy of this stature right here. The guy was second team all junior college, so great opportunity for him to come in. With us losing 3 offensive linemen, I think this is a great opportunity for this young man to come in.
All right, awesome deal. And then, of course, being a former wide receiver coach, being a former wide receiver yourself, you love wide receivers come in. That makes a big importance. They got to be able to run routes. I don't think people understand that. Wide receivers have to run perfect routes. If it's 10-yard curl or whatever the deal, it's got to be 10 yards on the dot because that's where the football's coming. And we've got George Qualls coming in here, wide receiver.
Well, yeah, they have to be able to run routes, but my biggest thing is they got to have that speed.
Yes.
I think speed kills, and we need some. We always said, Coach Fossman and I, we need some get-back wideouts, and I feel that we got a chance to go into the transfer portal and find another experienced guy. But let's understand this here. We got a good group that's coming back. We did not lose a receiver, so bringing in a guy like Qualls, George Qualls, I think only add to it, but he has that speed that we were looking for, and he has the length. So very excited about having George Qualls to be a part of us. He's experienced. He played on the FCS level, so a young man, you're talking about a guy that make plays like that, that's tall and lengthy like that can get in and out of breaks and create separation. That's what you want for your football team to create some competition.
Coach, what are you on as far as special teams go when you got receivers or DBs that have good speed, run the 40s good, run period good, but putting them on special teams and punt return and kickoff return? Are you for that for a first stringer to do that?
We want our best 11 out there regardless of what position they play. So we don't try to protect anyone because it's a contact sport. So we're not going to keep no one on the sideline that could be our best punt returner, our best kick returner. So if that guy can play, we want the best 11 out there.
Yeah, I think one of the most important positions is tight end. Tight end, you usually have a linebacker covering you. If you've got a tight end that can run good wide receiver routes, and is fast and what have you, look who's in the Super Bowl. That guy from Kansas City is unbelievable. So you can't. So if you put a linebacker on him, he's going to beat you every time. If you put a safety or a cornerback on him, then guess what? Then you're going to lose that. But we've got a tight end coming in, Harold Rhodes.
You're talking about big, massive, a guy that can run. You're talking about 6'5", 255 pounds, a guy that we feel we needed to get in to help to add to the attached tight end and also get up the seam. I think this young man right here, he's in school right now and very, very athletic to be so tall. You know, we got our coaches around keep hinting at him. He can be an offensive tackle. In my mindset, we're going to get him up the seam and like Coach Wallace said, get him behind those linebackers so that they can make plays.
That's right. Got two big offensive linemen coming in. Joshua Trask Jr. coming in.
Another guy from the junior college ranks that did a great job. But you're talking about some of these guys we're talking about are high in academics. Some of these guys, this young man right here was fortunate enough to have a 4.0 this last semester. So not only are we getting a good guy on the football field, we're getting a guy in the classroom as well, which is very, very important in what we're trying to do. But this young man can play all the spots on our offensive line. So when you're talking about Josh Trask that can play center at 6'4", 6'5", Josh Trask that can play guard if we need him to get out on certain plays. Wow. And also we can play him at tackle. So I know Coach Nivens is looking for the best five. You can go out and say, I'm looking for a center, I'm looking for a guard or a tackle. We're looking for the best five to put out there that's going to be able to protect our quarterback as well as open up the passing, the running lanes for our running backs. So with this young man here coming in with the experience, playing at a high level for us, I kind of shortened him a little bit. He's 6'6", 315. So we're very, very excited about Trask. And he's another young man that's here in school right now, working out in winter conditioning with Coach DJ, who's doing a great job for us out there. Got those guys out there 6 in the morning, so they're getting some work in. We're very, very excited about Josh Trask.
Another offensive lineman coming in, Matthew Carty is coming in.
Wow, that was a big one right there. This young man was just here this past weekend. This is a young man right here that wants to go into nursing. What better place to come to Southern University? You're talking about the nursing program. So he's going to be very intriguing for us, too. Another guy that's big and massive right there. When you take a look at him, 6'5", 320, a guy that's very light on his feet. Another guy that can play all the positions we feel, but of course we want to put him out on the edge. That's going to be able to help us out. But a young man, we're talking about a lot of guys that we brought in academically. They're going to do great for us. So we pleased and satisfied with getting Matthew Carty. He had a lot of different offers. Wasn't going to make his mind up this soon, but had an opportunity to go home and speak with his mom as I had a chance to speak to the parents, and he's very excited about coming back down here to Jaguar country and get an opportunity to excel in the nursing program.
All right, quarterback coming in. I was saying his name right, Isaiah T-Set? T-Set. Is your family?
Well, see, she can say it so well. She knows it. She's the one that named him. She's the mother.
Is that the mom?
That's the mom of.
Where y'all from? Baton Rouge. I like that. Tell us about it.
Well, we're extremely happy to get this young man. You're talking about a very talented young man that's playing on a basketball team that's great right now, and he can play the football. But, I guess the coaching staff is very, very pleased and happy because out of all my years of coaching, I've never signed a left-handed quarterback. So we know that he's going to be special and he's going to do some things. But we're very excited about it. And, the thing that I took from talking to Tenzet, that when you sit down and talk to him, he's very, very mature. And when I look at quarterbacks, you got to be mature. You got to be able to handle it because you're talking about the Jaguar Nation, and so we understand that. But I think the young man is fit for it. And you're talking about now he's going to bring in Mumford Stadium, going to bring some more fans. So we're excited about that. I think he got an opportunity to come in and do some great things. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to keep Coach Woods offering him because he's a great basketball player as well.
Look out. Jalen Woods, another quarterback coming into town.
A guy coming in, a 3-star player out of Atlanta. He was actually here with, it's so strange. Him and Zay was on a trip together, but they had a great relationship. They talked because it's all about competition. But this young man has some offers. Of course, that transfer portal changed a lot of things that take place, but we're very excited about it. Guys looking at it and say, well, you guys signed 3 quarterbacks. What is the problem? We signing quarterbacks because we need competition. And I think that's where your team starts at, when you get a leader that can come in and do the things that these young men that can do. I think we put ourselves in a great position, especially with the guy that's going to be coaching them. So there'll be students of the game. Most of those guys already started. So we're very excited about this young man coming in from Atlanta. So hopefully he can take us back to Atlanta. That's the last game.
That's right. In that dome. And finally, running back Corey Russell.
Yeah, another guy that very, very familiar with, a guy whose record just got broken. He was the leading rusher in the state of Louisiana. Like you guys like to say, he signed with that school up north, but now we got an opportunity to bring him down here. He's a young man that has 2 years left and actually going to be in grad school. So we're very excited about this young man coming, a guy that with experience. Not that our running back room is in trouble. Right. We have a great running back room, but it never hurts to add to it. But we're excited about this young man because he gives us something that we didn't have. He has some speed. And we have some guys that can run, but I think with his size and his speed and his experience, understanding the magnitude of this conference, I think it gives us an edge with what the guys we have coming in. When you take a look at it, we went through so many running backs last year, so to bring a guy in of this magnitude with this type of talent is it's a pleasure.
All right, we're going to bring you back, Coach. We're going to talk about overall recruiting, how you think it went, and also we're going to talk about the schedule as well coming up a little later on the show. When we come back, we're talking to one of the corporate sponsors for Southern University. We'll continue that here from TJ Ribbs back on Acadian and I-10 back after this timeout on Pelican Sports TV.
Hey y'all, I'm Amanda Shaw. We all know Louisiana is as fun as all get out. So get out, take a road trip, and explore our state. Fill her up, then try a new restaurant that's as fun-loving as it is food-loving. Grab the family and take off for monumental adventures at our 21 state parks. Or take a magical minivan tour along our 19 scenic trails and byways. Louisiana's a trip. Take one today.
This is Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. Plan your road trip at LouisianaIsATrip.com.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive photo for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
All right, welcome back, everybody, right here as we continue the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. By the way, we have a white Audi. If you're in that, you're in the store parking lot, you're blocking someone. If you could please move your car. All right, we've got Celeste Jefferson from Shell Narco on the line. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Great. Thanks for supporting. It's so important to have corporate sponsors to support Southern University. It's big. Why do you support Southern University Athletics?
We support Southern University Athletics because, number one, Southern is a HBCU. And so we are proud to be a historical black college, right? So sponsoring with Shell, which is the number one oil and gas company, especially in the Gulf Coast, we are proud to sponsor black students and show that we can have a strong partnership with STEM and athletics with Southern and Shell.
That's incredible. And you're in Norco, right?
I'm at Norco. That's in New Orleans.
That's right there in New Orleans. And big for not only the state of Louisiana. I mean, oil and the gas industry obviously is huge. A lot of money coming in because we use gas every single time. And to support Southern University is huge.
That's right. And then I'll be remiss to say that I'm a graduate of Southern University.
Oh, wow. Good job.
That's right. My major is mechanical engineering. I'm also a part of the Divine Nine, a member of Alpha, Kappa Alpha, Sorority Incorporated.
Oh, wow.
So majoring in mechanical engineering, having a sponsorship with Shell encourages internships, encouraging education. It encourages that communication that some of our minorities won't experience at a PWI. So the fact that we're at HBCU and a Shell sponsorship can encourage more minorities in a great organization such as Shell.
So what are you talking right now? You're looking in the camera about that Southern student who may be on the fence whether they should do in their life, what they should do. What's the classes should they be taking?
So if you're a graduate at Southern, definitely major in engineering. I may be biased to mechanical. Make sure you focus on your thermodynamics. Make sure you focus on metallurgy. Make sure you extremely focus on heat transfer. Those are great classes to take for engineering. But first of all, the number one focus that you should have is internships. A lot of kids are graduating without internships. That's causing them a hard time to get into the workforce. The priority would be internship. Number two, increase your social skills. Learn how to have eye contact and firm handshakes. You'll be surprised that most of our young kids do not have social skills.
Yeah, not social media.
Not social media,
skills.
social skills.
That's right. Celeste Jefferson, always good to see you. Thank you so much from Shell Narco. Big supporter not only of Southern University but HBCU. Thank you for that. Give her a big round of applause. That's unbelievable. Also give her applause out to Coach Barry Doyle is in the house for the bowling team. Southern University bowling team. Last year came just that close from winning a SWAC championship in his first year. How about that? When we come back, we're talking defense. Coach Henry Miller, defensive coordinator, will join us right here as we continue with the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back here at TJ Ribs on the K-910 right after this on Pelican Sports TV.
Hi, my name is Bryson Armstrong. I'm a freshman animal science pre-vet major at the Southern University. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I am the recipient of the Dr. George E. Robinson Jr. Endowed Scholarship. Now think about this. The study of agriculture is regarded as the first and longest standing college within the Southern University system.
Not seeing a doctor puts you at a greater risk for such killers as stroke, cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, and more. If you need a doctor, call our Lady of the Lake Physician Group today. See a doctor. Don't pass on your health.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
All right, welcome back, everybody, here to the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We're talking so much football. I was about to say countdown to Jaguar kickoff like I do on the radio, but man alive. So we're in-house, and we're talking defense. Last year, the Dog Day D was back like the Coach Pete Richardson years. It was unbelievable to see that. I think it was, 7 or 8 categories you guys were in the top 20 in the nation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unbelievable, Coach. Unbelievable. That's incredible. So you're bringing in some more players right now. Let's talk about your class. Jelani Davis, a defensive lineman.
Yes, Jelani Davis is 6'2", 285 pounds from St. Louis, Missouri. He came out of Dodge City JUCO. Then he went to Jackson State, and then we had a chance to bring him here.
All right, so he's going to be converted Tiger to Jaguar.
Yes, sir. Of course, he got the experience we need. He's strong, he's physical. He set the new line of scrimmage, and those are the type of players that we look for.
Another defensive line. Again, it starts with the line, offense or defensive line. Got to get pressure on the quarterback. Got to plug the holes in against the opposing running back. Darius Jackson, another defensive lineman coming in.
Yes, you talk about Darius Jackson. Darius Jackson is another guy, 6'4", 320 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee. He's a transfer from Arkansas State. He's another big physical guy that we think we need in the middle of our defense. Of course, you want to build from inside out, and he give us a great opportunity to be a great defense inside.
And he was, I see your notes, high school conference defensive MVP.
Yes, sir. He was a high school in his conference defensive MVP. And, of course, you guys know he's a big physical guy.
Wow. We need that definitely. Defensive backs, you got to be fast. You got to have a good vertical leap. Joshua Alexander comes in as a DB.
Yes, you're talking about Joshua Alexander. He's from Memphis, Tennessee. Wow. He's 6'2", 205 pounds. He came from Coahoma Community College. And, of course, this guy was a star on both sides of the football. He chose to play safety, and I'm glad he chose to play safety. He's physical, he's fast, and he bring whatever we need in the back in that secondary.
That is an awesome deal. Safety is a big, important position, no doubt. Leroy Bowers, another defensive back, is coming in, Coach.
Yes, sir. You're talking about Leroy. Of course, he's from Cincinnati, Ohio. He went to the University of Cincinnati, transfer in. He's 6'2", 200 pounds. Of course, he was a 3-star coming out of high school. He's a big physical safety. You know, in our conference, somebody like to run the football. So we need some defensive backs that can come down and fill those lanes.
That's an awesome deal, definitely. So, all right, another defensive end, Darius Harry coming in.
You talk about Darius Harry, he's from right down the street. He's from New Orleans, Louisiana, but he transferred from southeastern Louisiana. He's a business major, and he's a 2-time 2018, 2019 All-District, All-Metro. He also made second team All-Conference at Southeastern Louisiana. He's 6'2", 245 pounds. He's a beast coming off that edge.
Wow, and New Orleans is such a big recruiting bed. All over the nation, NFL players. Just look how many NFL players from New Orleans in the National Football League. It's pretty impressive.
Yes,
also, we've got Darius Harry coming in, or Willie Matthews. Willie Matthews, linebacker.
You talk about Willie. Of course, everybody know that we had to get depth at our linebacker position. So we had a chance to bring in Willie. He's from Lackawanna Community College. He's 6 foot, 225 pounds. He actually signed at Kansas before he went to junior college. I think that he's fast, he's physical, and he brings what we need in that linebacker position.
And he's a biology major, so he's very smart.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Joshua Tate, linebacker. You got the last 3 players here, linebackers. Tell us about Joshua Tate.
Well, Joshua Tate, he's from Iowa Central Community College. But the thing about Joshua is he signed here already. He signed here before he went to the junior college. So all we did was brought him back.
Oh, wow.
You're talking about a guy 6'3", 215 pounds that can flat out run. Play weak side linebacker. He give us the athletic we need to play that position, and we're looking forward to him. He's a former district MVP in high school, so we're looking forward for him.
And another smart guy, sociology is major. It's pretty awesome. Mike Jones, linebacker, coming in via Jaguar.
Yes, sir. Mike Jones is from Kilgore Community College. Okay, he's from Houston, Texas.
Wow.
He's 6'2", 230 pounds, built like a brick wall. The thing about Mike Jones is his people is from New Orleans. He's from a strong athletic family. Dara Sonji and Trey Sonji is his grandfather and uncle. So if he play anything like them, we got us a big-time football player.
How about 80 tackles, 35 assist tackles, 11 sacks, 7 of them behind the line, and 3 forced fumbles.
Yes,
and
sir.
You want that big time.
Yes, sir.
You want that big time. Overall, what do you think about your defense coming in?
Well, I think that defense, we needed some pieces that we had to plug, and that's what we did. And we had 2 inside defensive tackles that was leaving, so we had to replace them, Dumas and Peterson. We had, of course, everybody know we had a big-time defensive end in Jordan Lewis we had to replace, and we did that. And then in secondary, we had to replace All-American and Karan Harris, and I think we did a good job doing that.
All right. Well, like I said, if this defense is anywhere it was last year, the Dog Day D is back at Southern University. Good to see Coach Miller. You've done a great job last year, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Awesome deal. When we come back, we're talking to Coach Eric Dooley, talk overall how the recruiting did, as well as the schedule. We'll talk that when we come back right here on the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Ouch! You really hurt yourself. Did you know there's a health clinic right here on campus just for you and all Southern University employees? That's right. Care South Medical and Dental's SU Clinic is located in the nursing school building and is ready to give you the quality and compassionate care that Care South is known for. If you're at work and you're not feeling well, come see us. Care South cares.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Got Coach Dooley right here. First of all, let's talk about the schedule, Coach. What are your overall thoughts of the schedule opening up at Montgomery, Alabama State?
I think it's a contest that's much needed. We're excited about it. I know he's a coach that's going into his second year. I'm very familiar with Coach Robinson. He and I always communicated with one another, but I think it's going to be a great contest. And I think when you have a team of that magnitude that you're playing the very first game, it makes camps a little bit more exciting because you know that you're playing a SWAC contest the very first game.
One of the first things you said to me when you were back home again, you'd actually be able to see the Pete Richardson Classic opening up against the home schedule that opens up every season for Southern University at A.W. Mumford Stadium. Coach Pete Richardson Classic will feature Jackson State and the Tigers.
What better team to bring to the Pete Richardson Classic? I think it's going to be a classic, no doubt about that. But I feel real confident in what we bring to the table. I think the fans are like that. Jackson State get a chance to come here as well. So our fans going to have a good home schedule as well as a good SWAC schedule. So we're excited about hosting the Tigers here the second week of the season.
Home games include Alabama A&M, FAMU. Always, those are too tough. Play the Bulldogs here in Baton Rouge. That'll be fun. FAMU is always a great rivalry. There's no question about that. We've got homecoming against Lincoln U, Texas Southern, and Prairieville. The Texas 2 swing will be right here in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, but when you talk about Alabama A&M, although I've been in the conference for a while, I think the last 5 years I have not played against Alabama A&M. This is going to be the first time in 5 years getting the opportunity to play them. So it's going to be excited, very familiar with Coach Maynor. I think it's going to be an exciting contest. Of course, we bring a team out of California. Had a chance to look them up and see what they bring to the table. They're within their third year of playing football, but it's kind of like a HBCU that we're looking forward to have them come down here. Of course, it's homecoming, but what better to bring the Rattlers here? I remember those days with Coach Richardson when the Rattlers came here. It was a packed house, so excited about that, the teams that we're going to play and looking forward to it.
Because they bring a good crowd from Tallahassee. No question about that. Coach, I can't remember. I'd have to look back in the history books the last time we went and played Bethune-Cookman. I mean, that's been a long time. I mean, it's unbelievable. So Southern will travel to Florida to play Bethune-Cookman. A long trip, probably the longest trip in the SWAC, but it's going to be a good trip.
Well, yeah, if I recall correctly, I think the last time we played Bethune-Cookman, I was assistant coach with Coach Richardson, and we played him in maybe like the almost like a MEAC SWAC challenge that we played them in. We were the, of course, Coach Richardson was one of the only coaches that won that contest against that the MEAC team. So it was a great contest. I can remember the receiver, Gerard Landry, had a phenomenal game. So, yes, a good rivalry to bring back.
Alcorn State. I mean, I used to hear all the time, Henry Baptiste would tell me, Coach Beach would tell me, if their kids from Baton Rouge playing on Alcorn State or anywhere from Louisiana, when they played Southern University, they've been hurt all year long. They're playing in that game.
Absolutely. But, you know, when you talk about going to the reservation, what they like to call it, and going to Jackson State, those are two stadiums as a coach and as a player you love going to play.
Right.
Of course, you always want to be home, but you don't mind going down there because you know it's going to be an electric atmosphere, and the kids get a chance to see what they deserve to see. People come out to support them. And
UAPB on the road, too. Long trip there. To University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, but always a fun trip. It's a nice stadium.
Yeah, new coaching staff, a new team, so we know it's going to be something different, but by that time we should know what they bring to the table. I just think the schedule is very, very exciting, the way that we have it set up. When you look at how we played last year. We played a lot of the teams in the West first, and then came down. Grambling always going to be the last team, but now we look like we're going to have a swing with the West to end the season out, to finish off strong.
Hard to believe this will be my 20th Bayou Classic in November. You've been around a long time, too. This is number 50. Can you believe you'll be a part of the 50th Bayou Classic?
Well, of course, it's a blessing to be a part of the 50th annual Bayou Classic. So exciting. I just don't want to have to think about that game right now. Think about September the 2nd,
right.
Alabama State. That game going to come fast enough.
Recruiting, what are your thoughts overall on offense, defense, everything else that you recruited this year? Do you feel you got every position filled that you needed to?
I think we filled some places, some pieces of the puzzle. We tried to go inside out. We lost a lot of guys offensive-wise and defensive-wise when you talk about the interior, and that's what we addressed. And whether we was going to lose those guys or not, I think you got to build your program inside out. So we were going to go get some offensive linemen, and we did that. Still looking for maybe one or two more, and I thought we got some big guys. I thought we were a little smaller than I anticipated being. So we went got some guys with some size and that we feel that can come off the football. So inside out, we was great. But when you talk about the receiving core, we didn't actually have to go get any wideouts. I felt good with the guys that was coming back, but we wanted some speed. I thought we addressed the need of getting some speed. When you talk about the running back, we just needed more depth, a guy with more experience that can be a game changer. The tight end spot, I'm very, very excited to see when you talk about a young man that's 6'5", 250, 255, that moves the way that he moves. So we good. And I thought coaches also did well with when you replace a Corian Harris, that's very tough. But we got two young men that we brought in along with the guys that are here that we feel comfortable. I tell you what, we always pleased but not satisfied because there's more guys out there that we can get. And I think the Jaguar Nation to see maybe, I would say 3 to 4 new guys that before the season start that'll be a part of our team.
Also, I was going to ask you that. How many more positions do you have? How many more scholarships do you have? You said 1 to 2. Do you look for that in the recruiting or the transfer portal?
Whatever best fit us, looking what's going to fit the Jaguars. And I think right now, it's a little different when you talk about recruiting a high school student. I love to get those guys to develop them. But right now, it's a game that you gotta play with some men because everybody are playing with men. So we know what we need, and I think we got the depth now to where we can start getting back into the high schools and filling that up with those guys.
And I like that the NCAA has changed the transfer portal days, now May 1st through 15th, and then 45 days after the playoff, is announced, 45 days from there. So again, it's not where you're like scrambling at the last minute. So May 1st through 15th, that's after spring practice. That's transfer portals. May 16th, you can't transfer.
I mean, I think it's a great job that they did do because if not, you have to recruit your own guys throughout the whole year. So I think they scaled it down a little bit, but we're comfortable with what we have, and we know that the guys, we very, very strict on the guys that we go at that's in the transfer portal because everybody don't fit.
Yep, spring will be here before you know it, and practicing will happen. Can't wait for that to happen. Thank you, Coach Dooley.
Thank you.
Looking sharp as always, my friend. When we come back, Roman Banks, AD, will join me back here on the set right after this time out on Pelican Sports TV.
Hey y'all, I'm Amanda Shaw. We all know Louisiana is as fun as all get out. So get out, take a road trip, and explore our state. Fill her up, then try a new restaurant that's as fun-loving as it is food-loving. Grab the family and take off for monumental adventures at our 21 state parks. Or take a magical minivan tour along our 19 scenic trails and byways. Louisiana's a trip. Take one today.
This is Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. Plan your road trip at LouisianaIsATrip.com.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary. Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
All right, welcome back, everybody, as we continue with the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Coach, I always tell him, call him Coach, Athletic Director Roman Banks here, and myself, Chris Powers. Want to thank the quarterback club, the Southern University Quarterback Club. The Blue and Gold Central
Give them a shot. Thank y'all.
Give them a round of applause. Helping out tonight, big time.
Yeah, big time. They always step up to the plate, help sponsor this night, and I think it's been a good night. I think we got everyone excited about football season, and Coach and his staff introduced the signees, and so it's been a great night. And I'm happy about the talent that they brought in. I think we're going to have an exciting season.
That's right. That's right.
Chris, I think that we need to make sure, I got the question asked for me while I was out there. We need to make sure that everybody understand that October the 14th is the homecoming.
October 14th.
They changed a couple of times, but October the 14th is homecoming.
All right, good deal. We got 2 pairs of tickets to the Jaguar Den for the 2023 season for football. And we've been doing it right here. We've got Cannon Hollins right here. How you doing, man? Doing good? All right, pull me out a name out of there, bud. All right, here's the first name for Jaguar Den tickets. Celeste Jefferson. Celeste Jefferson. Congratulations. One more name. One more name. All right, here we go. The name is, drum roll please, Chris Powers. Good night, everybody. Is that Jerian Gerald? Jay Gerald from, he doesn't say where she's from. Jaren Gerald. Congratulations. And I'm like Fred Sanford. I got to go pull.
Going once, going twice?
Yeah, I got to pull tons of glasses out of the drawer here. Our next show, by the way, is going to be on February 15th, 2 weeks. Invite all of you to come on by. That's a lot of fun. Come on over. We got some delicious. Look at these ribs right here. Glowing in the dark. That thing could glow in the dark. Look how big that is. Jonah bringing that to us.
I like them with sauce on them a little bit there. So
unbelievable. Best ribs.
Me or Chris? Who this for?
He's the boss. He's the boss.
Okay, appreciate it very much.
He's the boss.
On the house. All right, thank you very much.
Coach, this is unbelievable. We've had a great show here. Again, May 24th, save that date. That's a chance you get to give back to the university. Jagathon,
and obviously Marlon talked about it. I know it got a little loud in here and everything, but everybody need to go to gojazzsports.com and look at all the events that we have coming up. I'm very excited about Jagathon. We're going to have our first annual gala. That's going to be August 18th, and so we're excited about that. Everybody have the flyers and everything on their table. And so we're going to be in the business of making sure we can do everything we can to strengthen this athletic department and provide for our student athletes.
No question about that. Don't forget, baseball tickets are on sale right now. Playing 3 ranked teams. Season tickets are on sale for $90. Softball, regular release schedule last week, playing 3 ranked teams as well. Tickets are $85. And football season ticket applications are open right now.
Right now. So everybody's calling about it. You can call our ticket office and 225-771-3171 and sign up for the ticket applications for this upcoming season. And we will have electronic tickets coming soon. We're almost there. They're coming real soon.
All right, that'll do it.
Count it down, Chris.
February 15th, the next show. Until then, I'm Chris Powers along with Roman Banks saying,
Jaguar fans, let's do it.